Okay, we are back. Obviously, we're talking to nobody at the moment because not everybody knows about this. This has happened before. Nikki's just making sure everyone can find this stream. Do you want the link?
I said bumming Virgin Media.
Please don't. Do you want the link for this? Dave's found us. Hello, Dave. You're the only guy who has found us at the moment. So welcome back. So we have honestly the worst internet I have ever known. I'm telling you.
Virgin Media, it's more like Virgin on the ridiculous.
If anybody else is on Virgin Media, of course, you'll know that, was it last week, where they had this major outage across the entire country, like entire cities on Virgin Media were down.
Send me that URL to my messenger, please.
This one?
Yeah.
Right, just sending something to Nikki. Hold on a second, people. We'll be with you shortly.
Will that make it though that they're the host of the stream?
Well, there's only one way to find out. There you go. Right. Okay. So yeah, we are back. We're only back for the last sort of 10 minutes anyway, so we didn't really miss much. So what were we talking about before we?
I have a clue.
I think we're talking about Staffordshire, weren't we, and how we were going there again at some point. Yeah, we will be, but we haven't got any sort of immediate plans to do so. But we will be back there soon. No, Dave, you've not missed anything really. Just basically us trying to reconnect the stream and a few random messages in the other chat. But there we go. How many cards have I got left? That's an interesting question. I've got a
not as many as you would like, because Hannah gives them out like sweet.
Yeah, when Hannah's with us, basically, if you're walking down the street, you're gonna get given a card. That's the kind of kid Hannah is, you know.
Mind you, to be fair, I did that too.
Yeah, I know, but I've still got quite a few. I mean, I bought 1,000 to begin with, and I must have at least 500 left down there. So I keep them under my desk here. So I've got enough to keep going for a long time yet, but I will need some more at some point. It's cool actually. When I pass places that I've already done, I always like to have a look at the notice board and see if my card's still there. A couple of times it has been, but most of the time it hasn't. They either fall off or people take them off or whatever.
People just remove them because they think, why not? Is that card on my notice board?
Well, you know, they can remove it and pass it around, can't they? Trevor Halstead's got a few in his shop because I called in there a while ago and gave him a little handful about yay big. So
your mother's got one.
Yeah, even my mother's got one. Yeah, so yeah, they do the rounds. They do the rounds. So don't forget to take them out of the bloody car.
Well, no. And by the way, Alice, we did spot it on the end of the last one while I was in the comments. Thank you very much.
Yes, indeed. Nikki was keeping track of all that.
Same for you, Norman, if you're in here. I don't know if you are, but thank you very much.
He might be. There's 9 people in here. So yeah. We're not going to be around for much longer anyway. So, you know, there wasn't much more to talk about. It was just sort of the general chat now towards the end of this month's stream.
Yes, and I mean, the reason why it was late was that we had some family commitments last week.
Yeah.
And suffice to say, it was a very tiring week for us.
Yeah.
And you couldn't fit filming in. We couldn't fit a proper notice board in. Couldn't fit the meeting in. It was just one of those very busy, very hectic weeks where, unfortunately, the family takes precedent.
But having said that, I did plan for it. There was never ever going to be any filming this last week, so it was all part of my plan. I'll tell you something though, I'd much rather be walking around all day with the camera in my hand than have to sleep on this floor because it's.
Don't point at me.
It's not your fault. It's
You're
the floor.
Pointed straight at me.
Basically, the floor behind Nikki is where we had to sleep all week last week, which is not a good thing. Not a good thing. Absolutely. Well, I think I will enjoy the Lake District if there are any. Jamie, I'll tell you this much. Cumbria is almost entirely parished. So
more farts.
There will be plenty in Cumbria. I did have a plan to do a bit of Cumbria actually earlier, but I've squashed that in favour of something else now. but I will hopefully be in Cumbria at some point this year. So we'll see. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this month. To be honest, we don't really have anything else to talk about. That was all I wanted to mention. Obviously, we've had a bit of fun with the connection and a bit of general chat. I am dying to get out there again with this, because actually having a week off and not being able to use this in any way, shape, or form, it's actually ridiculous how much I want to film right now. I just cannot wait to get out the door and go, which is understandable considering I'm used to doing it, every week.
Of course, we just had a bank holiday break. We've got some sort of fun coming up these next few weeks, because Good Friday and Easter Monday, it's Easter Monday today. Then we've got the early May bank holiday, the Coronation bank holiday, and then the late May bank holiday.
Oh yeah, Coronation.
So there's a lot of bank holidays coming up, and it's just,
yeah.
I'm sort of in work and then not in work, because I've got some holidays booked. I'm trying to pick up overtime as well, and then obviously, of course, keeping on top of the normal boring stuff like the housework and decorating and things that I want to do. We've already, done a little bit. We're trying to encouraging the girls to clear the club and clear the clutter, because they are hoarders.
It's not very successful, but
I don't know. Three carloads tip. I think it was very successful. And it's life just kind of continues. Oh yeah, I'm cutting Andy's hair. Life just kind of continues at a pace, really, and we don't tend to get an awful lot of. Andy and I went to Morrison's the other day, and it's the first time in about 9 or 10 days that we've actually got
happy birthday, Dave.
Out somewhere together, just me and him, and we could actually talk freely without the possibility of somebody eavesdropping. It was marvellous.
Yeah, marvellous, wasn't it? It was fantastic.
Kids have been to the new Powerland. We've not been ventured there yet, Richard. Cutting Andy's hair, yes.
Will you live stream the haircut?
Yeah.
Well,
happy birthday,
I'm tempted
Dave.
now.
Live stream the haircut, yeah. Well, it does have a number 2 all the way around, Richard. So
I'm absolutely desperate for it, because it's getting so straggly now, and it just needs to be chopped off. I don't want to go bald, but obviously it needs to have a
live stream it. It'll cost you all. You've all got to donate to the channel if we do.
I like that.
Big razor, you must be kidding. I went and got a brand new clippers a couple of months back.
Blimey. Anyway, so yeah.
We don't go there very much either.
No, well, we tend to avoid it as best we can. So that's pretty much it for this month.
Going to allow an extra few minutes because of the downtime.
Nick, you want some injury time? I've done well so far in this stream, actually, to not mention football. I did say at the beginning that if there are any Scunthorpe United fans in, I won't mention today's events. So I'll keep to it. I don't know. Are there any? Is there anybody from Scunthorpe in? Make yourselves known. You know who you are. So, yeah, okay. Well, we'll have a few extra minutes, because we did lose a couple, didn't we? Thanks to the Virgin Media being completely rubbish.
Yeah, they had a major national outage the other day, a couple of days last week actually, and our connection, I don't know why, but sometimes it's fine, and then all of a sudden it just goes, and you can set your watch by it at 10 o'clock at night, and just the connection drops. The only other thing is to perhaps think about putting the parish meeting forward to 6 o'clock.
So 6 o'clock, possibly, we'll see. Going forward, we may do that.
We know that usually between sort of 6 and sort of 7:30, the connection's quite stable. You watch that, be famous.
Famous last words now. That'll be. It'll end up not being now, but who knows?
Full load of Mitch have been a Scunthorpe fan. The only thing I'm a fan of in Scunthorpe is the Taco Bell. I quite like Taco Bell.
Yeah, which is right next to Glanford Park.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about football.
Yeah, it's right next to Glanford Park. So, At least they have the advantage next season. They do get a nice away trip to Scarborough. So,
Oh, well, that's no good then, Dave. If you'll be having your tea, we're not be moving it. We need lots of people in here. Make it 2 hours long next time.
Could we potentially fill 2 hours?
I can talk enough rubbish.
It's hard enough to fill 1 hour, I'll be honest with you, sometimes.
Just take me somewhere that I've not been to for a long time. I can chit-chat my way out through a week.
Right then, South Morden Ferris it is. I don't know.
Oh, God. South Morden Ferris, it's even longer since I've been there.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you can remember bits of it. Anyway.
Anybody else? Any other questions?
Any other questions before we disappear this month? Because now's the time to say something or forever hold your peace.
Or until next month.
Or until next month. Obviously, the May one will be back to the normal first Monday in the month because it was different this month because of what I've already explained. So it'll not be long before this comes around again. So if you have got something burning you want to ask and we've ended by the time it came to you, then it's not long to actually ask me. But I'm always contactable. You all know all my handles and things. So, and it's it's so good. It's refreshing actually. It's so good to see the same people coming back all the time. Big fans.
Yes, it will be another bank holiday, guys. But we don't do much on bank holidays.
Any plans on visiting Warwickshire again soon? Not at the moment, but obviously, as with Staffordshire, it will be.
Yeah.
It will be. So yeah, just keep checking the channel. Basically, I'll let you know next time I'm coming to all these other places that I don't normally go to. Of course, eventually, some of them will be series in their own rights.
Yeah.
So it's just a case of waiting, really, isn't it? I mean, it must be difficult for people that live sort of far away that I can't easily get to straight away because obviously you want your places put on the channel, but obviously I can't go everywhere at once because I'd be trying to spread myself that thin. There'd be nothing of me left. But I will come back, I'll guarantee you. Right, time for us to disappear. Thanks for joining us, people, and we'll see you in May.
Yeah, see you in May, Coronation Week.
Coronation Week. Oh, I learned a fact about the coronation the other day. Don't know whether you know this, but the carriage which King Charles will use, he and Camilla will be sort of driven around in, shall we say, horse drawn around in. On top of the carriage, there will be a crown which was made in Lincolnshire, Barton upon Humber. Don't know whether
Which carriage? Because he'll be having two.
Yes, he has two carriages. The one that's been used for every coronation since 1830 is not the one I'm talking about. I'm about the other one.
You're on about the new one.
The new carriage. The new carriage. Yes.
New one. Yes, because apparently they're having two. And the reason they're having two is the new one is far more comfortable. It's got decent suspension, air conditioning, and all the rest, and electric windows.
Yeah.
And the old one,
well, what more cons?
The old one just hasn't.
The old one's
22-inch alloys.
The old one's quite uncomfortable, apparently.
It's probably got some go faster stripes and a massive exhaust, Richard. What's fine?
Alice, soon, I promise. I am coming to WhatsApp soon. I promise you. Right. Yeah. Time for us to depart.
Yeah.
Has it got Bluetooth?
Probably. It's probably got a banging stereo system in there, and you'll see all footmen going.
That looked weird. Please don't clip that and use that in any other like TikToks or whatever. We'll see you next month. Thanks for joining us, people.
Everyone.
See you later. Bye.